Okay, so welcome back, and now we're going to talk about using right triangles. So let's say if we have a right triangle, and these are the sides. We have A, B, and H. H is the hypotenuse, and so we've got the two legs, right? And the hypotenuse, and we've got an angle. So there's lots of different ways we could find to answer questions like this. For example, one question you could be asked is, hey, you could be given one of the sides, you could be given the far side, the opposite side, and the hypotenuse, right? And asked to find the angle, right? So you're given these two sides and you're asked to find the angle. Well, how would you do that? Well, we know that what relationship do we have when we have the opposite and the hypotenuse? Well, the trigonometric identity, the trig function that relates those two is sine. So if we want to find the angle, then we would use inverse sine. So inverse sine of b over h equals theta. And again, you could start off with the definition of sine theta, right? The definition of sine theta is opposite over adjacent. So you could have b over h, and then all you have to do is take the inverse sine of both sides, and you'll end up with this. So again, if you don't want to memorize this, then you can just use the definition and just take the inverse sine of both sides and use the fact that they are one-to-one, as long as we're referring to the restricted domain, okay? Also, what if I'm given this side, the adjacent side, and the hypotenuse? Well then, and I want to find the angle. Well then, you would use cosine, because cosine relates adjacent and hypotenuse. So to find the angle, given those two legs, you're going to use inverse cosine, right? Because the inverse trig functions give you angles. So if you're looking for an angle, you're going to use inverse cosine in this example. So inverse cosine of the ratio, A over H. And that'll give you theta. Or, let's say you're given the two sides. Well, of course, the ratio of the two sides is given by tangent, right? Tangent theta gives us this ratio. So if I do inverse tangent of the opposite over adjacent, then I get theta. So those are ways that you can find an angle given two of the sides, any two of the sides. So if I'm giving these two legs, or these two, I can use one of these three inverse trigonometric functions to find theta. Have a great day.